Hello and welcome back to the Movie Attic. I'm Mike, and as I've said before, this is the attic where I discuss and review movies, DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks for all the nice people out there in YouTube land. As you probably guessed from the thumbnail, this is a special drive-in episode. Me and my family went to our local drive-in. It's the same drive-in that my wife and I had gone to as children, and so since there was a modern movie playing, I thought, well, I might as well review it. I don't have a physical copy of it, but I will hold up this. It is it's not this movie, but it is the remake of How to Train Your Dragon, the live action version. Our youngest kid really loves the drive-in, and we thought, and the second movie was a movie we had already seen, The Phoenician Scheme, so it was like, yep, we can go. And I'm always a little leery about these remakes, you know. I'm much more into original stories and stuff like that. But having said that, the remake I thought was very enjoyable. The youngest kid had not seen this version of the movie, so everything was all new to him. And if you've seen other reviews on YouTube, you probably already know that pretty much this remake is almost a shot for shot copy of the animated one, which I was happy about, because I think the problem with some of these remakes, you know, as some of the YouTubers I watch always say, you know, these companies have to put on their business hat. And to me, if you're doing a remake of a live action remake of an animated feature that you've already put out as a company, I think there's three basic things you should hold yourself to. One, you shouldn't have to, pay someone to write an all-new script, because if it was a big hit, then you've already got the winning script. It's right there in front of you. Of course, the second thing is you don't want to, have an outrageous budget for this thing. And third, you got to have, good actors and good acting. Now this remake of How to Train Your Dragon was a little longer, about a half hour longer than the animated one. And they added stuff that wasn't in the original. But I think they did something smart that a lot of companies don't, is they didn't really take anything out from the original. And if you liked this version of the movie, you don't want them changing the story on you. The only bad part about that is if it's basically the same movie, you know how it ends. Of course, if it was like a murder mystery or something like that, having the same ending could be a very, problematic. But just from what I've seen of the numbers of this movie so far, I don't see how they aren't going to make money on the movie. So, like I say, we enjoyed it. The dragons looked great. I think all of the acting was great. But was it a great movie? I wouldn't say it rose to the level of greatness. And a few other YouTubers had said this as well. It was good, but not what they would call great. if you've never seen this animated version of the movie, I'm sure it's, probably better than somebody that had seen it, because you don't know what's going to happen. But we enjoyed it. And of course, the second movie in that, The Phoenician Scheme, I already did a review of on the channel. And watching it a second time, of course, we absolutely loved it. And we can't wait till it comes to physical media. So I guess we'll have to watch, some of Wes Anderson's older stuff to tide us over until that happens. But overall, we as a family liked it. And if I was to rate not this movie, but the live action remake, I'd probably give it 7.5 rolls of pink insulation out of 10. If you like the original, this is almost the exact same movie, just with, live action. Of course, the dragons aren't live action unless they found some real ones somewhere. But I wanted to get this review up early, not because of the movie, because I generally, if you watch the channel at all, and like I always say, I don't know why you would, I generally review movies that are older, sometimes more obscure, but since, we just saw this, I thought, might as well do it. Plus, the bonus thing of this, and this is why I wanted to get this up, that drive-in that we went to is having an event on June 23rd, Monday, June 23rd, where they're screening the old Munsters movie, Munsters Go Home. Butch Patrick's going to be there signing autographs and for photos and stuff, and a bunch of merchandise. So if you're anywhere near central Pennsylvania, you might want to check that out if you're a Munsters fan. The only thing I really have, I don't have the TV series here. The only thing I really have of the Munsters is the Rob Zombie's remake, which Butch Patrick was in, and the Phantom Toll Booth, which he was also in. As far as me getting something signed by him, if I go. It's a nice, if you've ever been to a drive-in, it's a cool way. Of course, if you never went to one as a child, it's probably not as nostalgic as this one is for us. It's kind of like a mom and pop owned drive-in. They obviously have a passion for keeping this thing running. There's not many left in the U.S. anymore. And I was talking to the guy, it's a husband and wife. I was talking to the husband who runs the place, and he thanked us. I don't know, if you're anywhere near Pennsylvania, like say, it seems like it's been raining about every weekend. So I am going to say their business has been very slow. It was kind of slow the night we saw How to Train Your Dragon. And, like I say, he thanked us for coming out, and it was just a very nice, nice time. We always love, the snack bar, of course, and that's where they make most of their money. I am, at some point during this video, I took a screenshot of this, or not a screenshot, but I held it up at a lot closer range so you could see it, with all the information about this event, which I'll probably just post over me doing this. So, we had a fine time. Like I say, How to Train Your Dragon, we enjoyed it. I was very skeptical going into this, and the guy that did the main voice for the main Viking or whatever he is the guy that did the voice in this is the actual guy that played, the leader of the Vikings. So that was pretty cool. But like I say, it's almost a shot-for-shot remake of this animated version of it. So there you have it. There's the event. Like I say, we love the drive-in. We usually go at least once a year. I think one year we actually went 3 times. And, support local things like that is always a treat. And like I say, the owners seem to have a passion for this stuff. And they usually have other events too. I think they used to have, and maybe I'm wrong, they used to have car shows there as well. So it's a very happening place. So I guess until next time, when I have a completely different movie here in the attic, and probably one that we saw in theaters. Well, it probably won't be one we saw in theaters. It'll probably be one, like I'm used to doing, an older movie, kind of obscure. So until then, thanks so much for watching and, staying through all this rambling. And if you've seen the remake, I don't know why I keep forgetting this all the time. If you've seen the remake, or you like drive-ins, you've been to drive-ins, you've been to this drive-in, leave a comment down in the comments section. Let me know what your thoughts are on all of this stuff. Like I always say, I love to discuss it. So until next time, thanks again, and bye.